Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the internet. This is ReNDoG coming at you from just outside the newly pimped out FERRU harvester machine in this Let's Play Minecraft Feed the Beast series. In the previous episode, we managed to automate the FERRU machine once and for all, and that puppy now runs 24 hours a day. We don't have to do anything to make it work. When we start Feed the Beast, it starts automatically, and it is just ticking over like nobody's business, making some freaking iron for us. And guys, I've spent the last hour and a half or so pimping out the FERRU machine itself, building some walls to keep the creepers out and to keep all the mobs from messing with our delicate equipment in there. And I spent a little bit of time just trying to make the whole thing look a little bit sweet. And it's got a full glass roof. It's got a very simple design. I've also made sure all of the windows are now symmetrical. At the end of the last episode, a ton of you guys noticed that I'd actually made some of the windows 5 blocks wide and some of them 6 blocks wide, and I've fixed all of that jazz now, and as you can see guys, it is looking freaking sweet, man. But in this episode guys, we are going to take a step away from the FERRU harvester, because man, we've been working on this thing for quite a few episodes now, and we're going to be heading up to the top of the Renstar construction site, and we're going to start working on the automatic doors that are going to feature throughout the Renstar. Basically, I want to make doors that basically work like the doors in the Starship Enterprise. In Star Trek, or even in Star Wars, like, you know, those automatic doors that slide open whenever any of those people approach them. So I've come up with a design that I think is going to be really freaking sweet. It's really easy to make, and you guys are really going to like this build. It's not going to cost us a lot of resources to make, and because every single module is going to have at least like 10 doors, it's going to be pretty easy for us to make a whole bunch of them. So that's what we're going to be doing in this episode, guys. Before we head up there, let me just quickly show you what I've done around here. We basically just got a roof of glass panels, which looks awesome. We've also got these doors that lead outside of the FERRU harvesting factory, and as you can see guys, it's like a giant ass building. And it kind of reminds me of like a huge warehouse or something, you know, like when you're driving through an industrial area or something and you see like massive ass warehouses. That's basically what this bad boy is. And I haven't done anything else to the FERRU harvester. It is just ticking away nicely, doing its business. And if all the solar panels are working, we can see the battery boxes are fully charged, so these glass panels aren't messing with that, and everything is, and the solar panels are also running, we can see there with the red line. So this thing is running absolutely beautifully. I am so freaking happy with how this has turned out. The only thing that I will say is that it's not actually making that much iron yet, and if we have a look into the metalworks factory over here, we can see there's only 55 bits of iron dust so far generated by the FERRU harvester, and it's probably been running automatically now for, I don't know, like a couple of hours. So basically what we're going to need to do is use the bioresearch facility to make sure that every single FERRU crop in the harvester has the highest gain that it can possibly have. So that's probably something I'm going to be doing over the next, I don't know, 6 months, I guess. And eventually the FERRU harvester will be firing on all cylinders, and it'll be freaking sweet when it's actually churning out ridiculous amount of iron. But I'm really happy with how that build turned out. Definitely one of my favorite projects in Feed the Beast, and in fact in any of my Minecraft series. I really enjoyed that one, and thanks to everybody who participated and who helped me build that thing, man. Freaking sweet. But guys, let's get our buttholes up to the top of the Renstar construction site. We haven't been up here in a freaking while, and I've spent a little bit of time up here working out exactly what we're going to do for today's episode. And you can see right over there is something looking pretty freaking sweet. Let's have a look at the harvester from up here. Man, looks so awesome. But this over here, guys, is an automatic spaceship sliding door. And basically this is how it works, right? Just like in Star Trek or in Star Wars, when you approach the door, it opens and you get to go through into the module. And that is absolutely freaking sweet, man. Check it out. Check it out. Bam! And I've also programmed it so that whichever like platform you stand on, it automatically opens it for you. It doesn't matter like which of the pressure plates you stand on. So it's just a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful freaking door. But before I show you guys exactly how I made this awesome ass door, I want to quickly talk a little bit about the design for the modules over here. And there are a few things that I've realized, right? Like, one of the major concerns we're having right now is are we going to have enough iron and enough metals to actually make the Renstar, right? And I think that I've come up with some strategies for us to actually save on metal materials. And I want to show you a few of those strategies now. Number one, what I want to do is break up each of the modules. So right now we're on module 1, right? Let's just pull up the map over here. So this is like module 1, and this is the first module of 9, I think. And what I want to do is break up these modules into smaller rooms within the center of the modules. So here, for example, is the first room of this module. And each of the modules will have 4 rooms. So we'll have another room over here, and another room over there, and another room over here. So very much like the Cyber Labs, right? Like all the rooms will be square. They'll all be leading into each other via these sweet-ass doors. And most importantly, each of the rooms is going to have a a wall that has like a space in between it, right? So instead of the wall just being like 1 block thick, it's going to be 3 blocks thick. And we're doing this for multiple reasons. Number one, to save on metal resources, because the floor of the inside of here won't necessarily need to be like metal. It could be something else like wood or something. And number two, by doing this, we give ourselves a little bit of space to send pipes and to send electrical cables and to send all manners of jazz that the machines that we build inside of these rooms might require, right? So for example, if this was a furnace room, we need all of those pipes coming out of those furnaces to go somewhere. And instead of going through the ground, they need to go into the wall. Like in the Cyber Labs, what happens is they go into the maintenance level. But if we do this design, we can send that piping into the walls and then into the maintenance level and still have enough space to do like advanced wiring or advanced circuitry or like do cool stuff with transport pipes and stuff. So as well as like saving on metal resources, we also like future-proof the Renstar before we even build it, right? Like I have no idea what machines we're going to be building, but I do know that those machines are going to require space for their piping, for their wires, for their circuitry. And because we're not building into like the side of a mountain or underground, we have to make our own space, right? And I think this is going to be the best way to do it. And the second way that we're going to be saving on metal resources is by using cover panels instead of solid blocks of metal. And this is something that I stumbled across when I was making this doorway over here. We can actually make like this over here. This is a tin panel, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is a tin block cover, right? So a tin block cover is made by putting a block of tin. So let's put these blocks of tin into the crafting area over here. And this diamond handsaw, that makes tin block slabs. So let's make a whole bunch of tin block slabs. And then let's cut them in half again. That makes a whole bunch of tin block panels. And then if we cut the panels, that makes a whole bunch of tin block covers. So from what? That was 10 blocks of tin. We have got basically a stack and a quarter worth of tin block covers, which means we've turned that 1 block of tin into a stack and a quarter worth of material. Now the really exciting thing about this discovery, guys, is that we can do the exact same thing with iron. So let's get a block of iron in here and hacksaw the jazz out of that and get this all the way down to covers, right? And what I figured out was that our turtle is actually going to be able to place these covers the way that we wanted to. Check it out, right? So we're going to head over to our turtle and we're going to put these, I've got some iron panels in here already that I was testing, but let's put these iron covers in there, right? And we're going to run the program in the platform directory, so cd platform, and then we're going to run platform 1 wide by 5 long, shall we say? And let's run that program. And check it out. The turtle, okay, well, I sent him in the wrong direction, unfortunately. But the turtle actually places the panel down straight. Like, I mean flat, like that, right? Because you know these panels can be placed in various ways, right? So check it out. Like, they can either be placed vertically or horizontally or whatever. But the turtle actually places them down horizontally, which is really, really awesome. So for example, let's try to do this properly now, right? So platform 5 by 1. There goes the turtle. He's going to make the floor out of these iron covers. And that is going to save us a ridiculous amount of iron. Oh my goodness. The only block currently that we're using for the Renstar that can't be cut into covers though is this aluminum block. For some reason aluminum can't be cut into panels. Or into covers, or be cut at all actually. So that's a bit unfortunate, but everything else we're using like zinc and gold and aluminium and silver and tin, all of them can be cut into covers, which is really sweet. So that is an amazing way that we're gonna be able to save on our metal resources. But I tell you what guys, I'm gonna go sleep this night away, and I will see you on the other side of this kaplam. We'll be back up there working on that awesome ass automatic door. Kaplaya! Alright Cyberdogs, welcome back to the Renstar construction site, and we are now ready to make this awesome automatic door that you see behind me. And I'm sure most of you guys have already guessed how in the jazz this works, and for those of you guys who are like super advanced Minecrafters, you've probably worked out exactly how I've done this. But for you guys who are following the series and maybe are like, I don't know, Feed the Beast noobs and you don't really know what's cracking over here, let me get rid of these panels over here to show you exactly what's going down. And we are using just plain old regular Minecraft sticky pistons over here, and we are using this pressure plate to send a redstone signal into this alloy wire over here, which is then turning off this redstone torch that sits behind and powers the sticky pistons. So currently in its closed configuration like this redstone torch is sending power into this sticky piston, and then this redstone alloy wire, which I'm going to talk about in a second, is powering the other two pistons. When we stand on the pressure plate, a redstone signal gets sent to this torch and turns it off, and thus retracts the sticky piston. And exactly the same design is happening on this side, and that is what is retracting our automatic spaceship door. Like, how simple is that, man? Now, what is this weird jazz that you see over here? Like these little wires that you see? Well, this stuff is called red alloy wire, and red alloy wire comes from the same mod that allows us to make bluetricity and allows us to make blue alloy ingots. And to make red alloy wire is really easy. All you need to do is get a whole bunch of red alloy ingots and make a line of them. And to make red alloy ingots is really simple. All you got to do is stick some iron and some redstone into the alloy furnace, and of course this is what we use to make those bluetricity ingots. Let's have a look. Bluetricity ingot. What? Blue alloy ingot. Yeah, that's what we needed, the blue alloy ingot, right? So instead of smelting silver and nickelite, we are just smelting iron and redstone to make this alloy, this red alloy wire. And this red alloy wire is basically like redstone. It functions in the same way as redstone, except for the fact that you can make it climb up walls and stuff. It's really cool, man. It is so awesome. Like, check it out. You can make it climb over like this and then climb upwards like this. And of course redstone, you can't make redstone, just plain old redstone, go vertically like this, right? And that is what this red alloy wire, I guess, was made for in the first place. So the red alloy wire works exactly like redstone, except you can go vertically, you can go upside down, you can go, or you know, in whatever direction you want, which is awesome. And that is why these sticky pistons up here are getting a redstone signal from this torch, because this alloyed wire is taking that redstone signal from the torch and sending it in. Now, this red alloy wire doesn't really connect very well to redstone. So what I've discovered is when you send, like if we just had redstone here, we wouldn't be able to get this redstone signal up to this torch over here, right? So we're using this red alloy wire to send this redstone signal to turn off that torch. For some reason, this red alloy wire doesn't actually go bright when it receives the signal. So I don't know if it's bugged or if it doesn't really work properly, but that is essentially how we are making the sliding door work. Now, how are we making the door open perfectly symmetrically like this? Well, check it out, right? We're using our brand new friend, this red alloy wire. Oh my goodness, I just broke it. Well, I can just fix it now, which is good. We're using this stuff to actually link up these two pressure plates, right? So if we just jump through here, through this hole, and float upwards, you can see that there's a bit of red alloy wire over here. And this red alloy wire is basically connecting these two blocks, right? And on top of these two blocks are these pressure plates. So when you stand on this pressure plate, it sends a redstone signal into this block, which then transfers its signal into this redstone wire, and thus allowing us to stand on either pressure plate to trigger this thing. So that is how I did that. And man, I really, really, really like this design. I think it's really simple. It's really neat. And most importantly is that it's really cheap to make, right? Like, it's super cheap to make. And if we think that every single module is going to have at least what? So 2, 4, 6, 8 is going to have 8 of these doors. Like, we want to make sure that the doors are pretty cheap to build, right? Or we just won't have the resources to do it. You know, I think like we're entering a new era of Feed the Beast right now. Like, now that we're actually working on the Renstar, I think we're entering like a new mindset, right? And this mindset, I think, should be resource conservation. Like, we should try and like save the resources that we have as much as possible, just because the Renstar is going to require like such a vast amount of resources to actually build, that I think the more that we save from the beginning, the better it will be in the end, right? It's kind of like, it'll kind of be like compound saving, right? And especially with like slicing up all the metal blocks into covers, like that is just going to save us so many resources. It's actually not even funny, man. It's going to be an insane saving. So I'm super stoked about that discovery. But I think that we should be applying exactly the same philosophy to everything else that we build in this Feed the Beast series from now on. Like, let's try and be as like resource efficient as we possibly can, right? And man, I don't know why, but that like really appeals to me. Like, maybe it's the nerd in me that like is kicking in, but I really, really like this idea of trying to conserve resources as much as we possibly can. It basically adds like a new dimension to this series, because right now we're just like resource rich. We are so rich, man. The Cyber Labs is absolutely jam freaking packed with resources at the moment. And we actually, you know, we have too many resources. We don't even know what to do with all of them. The storage warehouse can't even hold all of them. Oh, I did it again, didn't I? Oh my goodness, this this electric drill is so like is so powerful, man. It just breaks through everything. But it looks like I did exactly the same mistake here, but that's okay. All right, we're gonna have to do a little bit of flying though. Some precarious flying. Hopefully our jetpack won't run out of gas. All right, there we go. So these pressure plates are now linked up. Sweet. Let's get this blocked up again, and we'll have to do the same on this side. But man, just got to make sure that I don't bust through this pressure plate again. And we need to open up over there. Okay, awesome. And let's get the red alloy wire in place and ready to be installed. Bam! There we go. Okay, nice. Epic. So this door is basically now configured to open. There we go. Beautiful. And now all we need to do is get our tin block covers in place. And I mean, you know, this is just a matter of placing some blocks and covering the shame of the pistons, and to basically like complete the look of the whole thing. And what's cool about this design, I think, is that we're going to have this like really cool skirting, basically, that's going to run all the way through the Cyber Labs. I mean, I don't know if each module will look exactly the same, but spaceships generally, like if I think about the Enterprise or like the Death Star or any of like the spaceships that I really like in movies, most of the modules and most of the areas of the spaceship, they all look the same, right? Like they follow like a general pattern. So I don't think we'll make the Renstar like too crazy when it comes to different designs and whatnot. I think we'll try to keep it like relatively consistent. Maybe what we'll do is use like different covers, like different texture covers for the different modules. And as this is going to be the battery module, I think, you know, we want to keep this one like really metallic. We want it to look really like a factory. We want it to look really, really sweet. So this skirting over here is what I'm talking about, man. Like this awesome tin cover skirting is going to run all around the perimeter of the room. What this also does, right, this design, like using this cover as a wall, is it actually gives more space inside of this this module over here, right? Because instead of the wall being like 1 block thick, it's only going to be like a tiny little section of the wall thick. So it'll actually make the room look like way bigger than it actually is. And I think that is awesome. Oops. Alright, so let's just get these installed. And man, I've dropped those freaking pressure plates. So we're going to have to do a bungee, I think, to get all the way up, all the way to the bottom and pick them up again. Just get these last ones installed, and then we can, I don't know, like the kid in me just wants to run through this room and open the doors. Just like run through them. Like if I was 12 years old and I got beamed up onto the Enterprise, the first thing that I would do is just like run at all the automatic doors just to make them open and hear that cool sound. That like shh. Like in Minecraft, like the sticky pistons actually do make a pretty sweet sound. Like that is actually quite a spaceship sound, isn't it? It's that is so sweet. Alright, well let's bungee. Bungee! Alright, we need to find those pressure plates down here on the Renstar mini scale version. Here we go. Here's all my mess. Here's all the mess that I've made. Well, here's one pressure plate. Where is the other one? No! Come on, baby. Oh, wait, we can actually work it out, right? Somewhere around here. Somewhere around. Yeah, it was from here, wasn't it? Oh, man. Did our pressure plate despawn? How rude. How freaking rude is that, man? Our pressure plate despawned. Can you freaking handle that? Do we have any cobblestone in these chests? Oh, yeah. Do we have a crafting table around here? No. Oh, my goodness gracious, guys. Well, yeah, I don't want to end the episode yet. Like, I want to make this freaking pressure plate, and I want to go back up there, and I want to run through those doors like a maniac. So, that's what's happening right now. Like, OCD has kicked in, and there's no ways that I can end this episode without running through those doors like a maniac first. And I think a pressure plate looks like... oh god, I'm going to embarrass myself here, right? Yep, I embarrassed myself. I was trying to use freaking cobblestone to make a pressure plate. Oh, man. Why? Why do I have to be so bad at Minecraft? You need stone to make a pressure plate. Duh. Oh, there is a creeper in there. This is not supposed to happen. There are not supposed to be mobs in here, man. What the jazz? There are not supposed to be mobs in there. Oh well, we don't actually need to go in there to make our final pressure plate. Oh, you freaking buttholes. Why are you in there? Honestly. Well, it looks like there's not enough light in the FERRU harvester machine. Well, at least we learned something today. I'm gonna have to deal with that after this episode. But guys, let's head back up there and install our pressure plates, and we can then end this episode and say goodbye. And we can run like a maniac through those sweet ass doors that we've just set up. Although I'm suspecting there's gonna be loads of mobs up here, because I don't think I have a lot of torches up here, and yeah. Oh man, here we go. I'm suspect. Oh, yeah, there's a creeper and there's a zombie. I'm sure we can knock this freaking creeper off the edge, though. Get off! Sweet. You get off also. Oh god, almost died. And there's a freaking spider. Oh my goodness gracious. Zombie, back up, son. Get off my Renstar. There we go. All right, crisis averted. Let's get some torches up in here. Okay, awesome, guys. Let's get the pressure plates installed and let's do some maniacal running. Woohoo! Yeah! Oh, that is so sweet. Check it out, man. Bam! Whoa! That's a bit precarious hole over there. Sweet. You know what we should probably do also? We should probably make like this. Oh, you. I just did it again. I just did it again. Luckily, we've got one spare bit of red alloy wire over here. What I'm thinking is that we should make this in between over here. Let's make it like tin block covers. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That looks good. We'll do the same over here, but let's make sure we don't break anything. Nice. Alright, man, I'm so happy with this, and I suppose we could do exactly the same on the top here also. If we had enough tin block covers. Oh, we've got enough. Sweet. Let's just finish the look here, guys. Oh, creeper. Oh, creeper. He's probably going to come through the door. No, he's just going to come around. Try to make him fall. Alright, awesome. Well, I'm pretty happy with this, guys. I wanted to get one more look in there, like, where's he gone? Hello? Creeper? Oh, God. No. You butthole. Get out of here. Oh, you bastard. Right, well, he didn't do too much damage. But guys, I think I probably better end this episode before I actually lose all the work that I've just done. So thank you very much for watching this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope that you guys really like this awesome ass automatic sliding door design that I've built. And leave your comments in the comment section below, guys. Any ideas to improve the look of this? Although I gotta say, this time I think it's gonna be pretty hard for you guys to improve on this look. I think this is absolutely sweet. I'm absolutely loving this design. So, but I'm always up for suggestions. If you guys have a better idea of how to make these sliding doors, let me know. But check it out. Now we go through. Yeah, there we go. That's beautiful, man. That is beautiful. That's exactly how we want it to look. There we go. Now we can just run through these doors. I'm probably going to do this for about, I don't know, 20 minutes. Just because it's so awesome. And the doors open like symmetrically also, which I'm so happy about that, man. Check it. Open symmetrically. Oh, that's so sweet. That is the sweetest. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, you hit that subscribe button. And this has been ReNDoG playing Minecraft Feed the Beast and making some awesome spaceship doors. Cannot wait to see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye, my friends.